All right, welcome back. Today, we're diving into the latest chapter for one of the most influential databases on the planet, MongoDB. We're talking about the 8.x series, which launched in late 2024. And let me tell you, this wasn't just another version update. Nope, this was a fundamental shift in what a database can even be. And that really gets to the core question here, right? What actually turns a database into a full-fledged data platform? It's a promise we hear from a lot of technologies, but MongoDB's 8.x series, well, it's a fantastic case study in how you actually pull it off. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. The journey from a database to a platform doesn't start with flashy new toys. It starts with a rock-solid foundation. And for MongoDB 8.x, this was pillar number one, an absolute, unwavering commitment to enterprise-grade stability. Now, a huge part of this was something brand new for MongoDB with version 8.0, long-term support, or LTS. For the first time ever, they offered a release with years of extended maintenance. This is an absolute game changer for big organizations that need predictability and, just can't risk putting their most critical systems on a super fast upgrade cycle. So what this did was create two different lanes for users to drive in. On one side, you still have the fast lane, the rapid, frequent updates that are perfect for developers working on cutting-edge projects who need the latest features like yesterday. But on the other side, you now have this stable, long-term path. It's a massive signal of maturity, showing that MongoDB is ready for the most demanding, mission-critical workloads out there. But look, stability was just the starting point. Let's move on to the second pillar, because this is where things get really exciting. It's all about intelligence. Once that foundation was secure, MongoDB hit the accelerator, rapidly building the features needed to power the next generation of applications, especially the ones driven by AI. And they moved incredibly fast. Right after that stable 8.0 release, versions 8.1 and 8.2 came out, packed with some seriously powerful enhancements. We're talking smarter query planning, dramatically faster vector search, which is so crucial for AI apps to find similar things, and way better time series ingestion for all that IoT data. They even added new capabilities for edge deployments. Seriously, this wasn't incremental. It was an explosion of new functionality. The key takeaway here is that the 8.x era was a full-on embrace of modern AI workloads. Features like expressive vector search, native support for embeddings, the numerical way of representing data so AI can understand it, and powerful hybrid queries, it all meant the database was no longer just a passive box to store information in. It was becoming an active participant in creating insights. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures this transformation. It marks the moment that MongoDB wasn't just storing bytes of data anymore, it was starting to understand the relationships and the meaning within that data. And that leap, from simple storage to actual understanding, is what really defines the move to an intelligent platform. So with stability and intelligence locked in, the third pillar was all about making this power accessible, usable, and of course, secure. This is where the focus really shifted to empowering the developer, the people who are actually in the trenches building things with this platform every single day. And this broke down into two main areas. On the security front, we saw huge advancements. Queryable encryption, that wild feature that lets you search fully encrypted data without ever exposing it, it really matured. On top of that, access controls and auditing became way more granular. And for the day-to-day developer experience, well, refinements to tools like the Atlas command line, smarter schema suggestions, and wider driver support all work together to reduce friction and just make building stuff faster and easier. So when you put these three pillars together, that unshakable stability, the built-in intelligence, and that intense focus on the developer, you start to see the bigger picture emerge. We're not just talking about the next version of a database anymore. We're talking about the future of how we interact with data itself. And that brings us right back to our main idea. The MongoDB 8.x series is more than a version. It is a platform. It's the culmination of a journey that started with flexible documents and has now evolved into this comprehensive ecosystem for building modern, intelligent, and secure applications. So what does this new platform actually let you do? Well, it's a platform for real-time analytics, so businesses can get insights instantly. It's a platform for secure collaboration, with robust features that let teams work together safely on really sensitive data. And maybe most importantly, it's a platform for intelligent search, powering that next wave of AI-native applications we're all starting to use. So, as we wrap this up, MongoDB 8.x really leaves us with a fascinating question for the future. For decades, we've been obsessed with how to store and retrieve data more efficiently. But now that the data platforms themselves are becoming intelligent, what new kinds of questions will we even think to ask? That's the new frontier. Thanks for tuning in.